You know, right now, just beneath the surface of everything we do, there's a conflict going on. It's completely silent, it's constant, and it's being fought in a language that most of us will never understand. This is a war in the code. And the first rule of this war? It's what you can't see that's the real threat.
Because what we're looking at isn't just a tool, it's a territory. It's a contested battleground, where every single line of code is a potential front line. And the war on that front is all about being invisible. So we're talking about threats that are specifically designed to live inside our most trusted systems without ever being seen. They operate like ghosts in the machine.
And our first ghost, it has a name, Glassworm. Now, this isn't just another piece of malware. It is a masterpiece of deception. It's built from the ground up to exploit the one thing security experts have to rely on, their own eyes.
So how does Glassworm achieve this?
Well, it's actually kind of genius. It embeds its attack code using Unicode characters that are completely invisible to the human eye. So a developer can stare right at a line of code, see absolutely nothing wrong, while the machine is reading a totally different and malicious set of instructions.
And its purpose is to strike at the very heart of the digital world, the developers themselves. It's designed to steal credentials from places like GitHub, empty crypto wallets, and even hijack the coding tools people use every day to spread itself to other projects. And get this, it uses the Solana blockchain for its command infrastructure, which makes it incredibly difficult to track, let alone shut down.
But you know, invisibility isn't always about hiding in the code itself. Sometimes it's about hiding in plain sight. And for that, we have to meet Chaosbot. Its entire goal is to blend in so perfectly that it just becomes part of the background noise of a busy corporate network.
So, the key here is its camouflage. It gets in through a simple phishing link, but here's the clever part. It immediately disguises itself as the Microsoft Edge web browser, and all its secret communications, they're hidden inside the normal data traffic of Discord, which is just one of a million apps running on any given network. To the security tools, it looks like an employee is just chatting with their friends. But what happens when the threat isn't just a ghost on one computer? What happens when the attackers turn the very systems that are designed to protect us into weapons themselves? Well, that's the second front in this war, the corruption of trust itself.
Take a good look at this number, over 500,000. Now, this isn't a count of infections. No, this is the number of unique IP addresses used by a single botnet in just the last few months. And what's its target? The remote desktop protocol. That's the tool that millions of businesses rely on for remote work. This botnet hammers RDP services with attacks from an army of over 30,000 new IP addresses every single day. Traditional defenses like blocking IPs, that's like trying to stop a flood with a bucket. It's just not going to work. And this is where it gets even more insidious. Attackers are now using Microsoft's own Windows Server Update Services, WSUS, against itself. See, they compromise the update server, and then they push out malware disguised as a legitimate security patch. And the endpoint defenses, the antivirus software, well, they trust the source, so they just let it right in. So, we've got invisible malware, and we have compromised infrastructure. The technology of attack and defense is just locked in this constant arms race. But after all of that incredible complexity, what is the one vulnerability that you can't just patch with code?
The final front. It isn't in the silicon or the servers. It's in us. It's in the space between the chair and the keyboard. After all the technical wizardry, all the brilliant code, the most reliable way in is still through a person.
We all think we can spot a phishing email, right? Bad grammar, suspicious links. Those were the old days. Today's attacks are sophisticated, multi-stage campaigns. You might get a QR code hidden in a PDF that leads to a password-protected file. Or you get a revived calendar invite from a colleague you trust. Or worse, you get a call from your boss's voice, a perfect AI-driven deepfake asking you to authorize a wire transfer.
And the scary part? It's working. These advanced AI-personalized social engineering tactics have caused the success rate of phishing attacks to skyrocket by 241%. The human firewall is being breached more effectively than ever before.
So let's bring this all together. We have ghosts in the code, we have weaponized trust, and we have the human vector. See, these aren't separate problems. They are converging fronts in a new kind of permanent, low-grade conflict. And this is the new normal. So here's the real takeaway.
The battlefield is everywhere. It's in the characters in a line of code. It's in the trust you place in a software update. These are not isolated incidents. They are fronts in one single, persistent, global, and largely invisible war.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought. In a civilization that now runs almost entirely on software, where every single aspect of our lives is managed by these invisible systems, who really holds the keys?